Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our Iron Teeth on hard mode in update 5, and we have the game paused because I want to change some things up. We've got our pine resin coming in, we've got our treated planks going here, but we want to change these. I want to change these again. So my original idea was going to be to have big reservoir here, and I still want to do that. We still want to have big reservoir here. However, rather than trying to dig out here and get some stuff filled in here and build the reservoir and then let the water come down and do it, what we're going to do instead is we're going to start here somewhere and we're going to dig this way and along here and along here and along here and along here to here. Maybe not to there. Maybe we're going to dig to like here somewhere and then we'll figure out redoing things. But we want a channel that goes from these water sources all the way over there to the edge of the map. One from this channel all the way over there to the edge of the map. Now my original plan was going to be that we then have channels coming this way and that way, and we have the floodgates, which I built some floodgates on the end here, so that when the water turns back into nice water, I can seal it so more water goes that way. I'm not sure it's going to work or not. I didn't get to test it because they built these and then obviously Badwater come along and I haven't, but yeah, so I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but it will just push more water this way. I think will give us more water quicker. It will still flood over the edge, but we'll see. But anyway, it was going to be, we have the good water go, so if I look at this, we have the good water go left and right, and we have the bad tide go up and down off the map. What I'm thinking of doing, however, is if we build just left and right, and we don't bother about building up and down for the main channel, and we dig down really deep, all the way down to wherever it is, and we then probably fill it back in to be only like 2 or 3 deep. I'm not sure how deep we actually want the main channel to be. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll figure that one out later. But what I can do is we can go down 2 blocks on the side. And if you go down by 2 blocks, you block moisture transfer. If you put levees in too high, you block moisture transfer. Which would mean if we had it layered 2 blocks deep on levees either side, and then just even had the channel just 2 deep itself and I don't know, 5 wide or whatever. If we did that, then no moisture would transfer between the channel and the land, so it wouldn't make the land green. But it also wouldn't transfer any bad water either, any bad land. So we can do that. In fact, let's tell you what. Let's cancel that and cancel that. I don't want them. And let's go Beavers. Stop filling stuff. Okay. So we can do that, and then no bad land will come on. And then we have industrial, every 32 tiles, we would have some industrial pumps filling a channel that went to the edge of the map. It was 3 wide. And that would irrigate the land. And I think that would work because the industrial pumps can pump the good water out into the channels, and they don't have to pump the bad water. And then the bad water can just flow out the edge of the map and be gone. So if we make it just too deep, and then like maybe have the end completely open, then it could even have it 1 deep, just 1 deep and 5 wide, and then we pump over, and then we'd have water dumps in the channels as well to augment them during long droughts and things, so that they can keep going. If they're 3 wide, we can go 80 long, I think it was, and a single dump can deal with that. A single water dump can deal with something like that. And can counter the evaporation. So, and the industrial pumps will keep it going, and the 2 levees will stop the bad land, will stop this happening. 2 deep levees will stop this happening. So, yeah, I want to try that. I want to give it a try and see whether it works or not. I'm not sure if it will or not. I'm not sure if I'm setting myself up for terrible failure. But we can give it a try. We can then do the same this way. We'll just drop the channel down. We'll still do the same thing. We'll drop this down. So the water will drop down into a channel here, and then do exactly the same thing along here, just at a different height. So this one will be raised up to whatever height this is, which actually means I don't want to dig down at all. I just want to start filling up, but I need a reservoir somewhere. We could also dig down. There's no reason why we can't go down and just have this channel be higher than the rest of the map. But I'm kind of tempted to do that. I'm kind of tempted to dig down to sort of this level here anyway. And I haven't really picked a height at which we're going to go to here. It doesn't matter because we can very easily channel water up, down. That's not an issue at all. having channel going up and water going up and down, so that's fine. But what we need to do is we need to dig the whole river out along here, and have it so that we can put pumps in the river to pump water out for our beavers, because they want to pump water out for our beavers. But if I'm going to have the bad tide go through here as well, I don't want to make it stupid deep, so we have like water to pump all year round. Like we was going to do a reservoir, but if I did a reservoir and any bad water got into it, the bad water just stays in the reservoir. So yeah, I feel like having it shallower and having just more pumps on there, and then during, and then not worrying about it, just having beavers on there. And even if the beavers are you know, they're just sat there doing nothing during the droughts, or during the bad tide, whatever, it doesn't matter. But having it shallower rather than deeper, it means the bad tide just goes away. And again, I'm looking at this purely from a automation standpoint of the whole. I can then just let the game go. It's a long way off into the future, but I can just let the game go, and I don't have to worry about turning these on and turning this on and turning that on, but it can just work. So yeah. The other alternative is that we could make it normally with just single levees down the side, or not even put levees in. We could just have it so that it's ground, and then put in the irrigation barrier, which stops bad tide from going. The only problem to that is that then we can't build above it. But we can build above it, sorry, because these can have platforms put on top. But I couldn't put an industrial pump on top of them, because then it would overfill a water channel. Because the water channel would be higher. Yeah, because the pump would be one higher, and therefore it would overfill it. So I kind of like the idea of just going 2 levees deep. I think that's going to work there. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, so yeah, we will see how it goes. But yes, so that was kind of what Luigi was suggesting in the last couple of episodes, was that digging the channel along here for the reservoir, for our starter reservoir, rather than building it on the end. And I got completely misunderstood it. So come on. Also, about building, the way I did this here when I was counting things out, and I was counting it on screen of, you can, I don't know if many people are aware of this, but if we let me put in some levees here. Just if you take a platform and you click and drag, it will go 10 tiles. That's exactly 10 tiles. You can't drag any more than 10 tiles. So you click drag, it won't go out anymore. It does 10 by 10 maximum. If you pick a levee, do the same, it will go 25 tiles. That's 25 tiles out the end there. And paths are the same as well. If you pick a path and you start on the end, let's remove that. Pick a path and go, but it goes 25 tiles and won't go any further. So it won't go any further than 25 tiles. So you can easily count 25 with a path all the way along. What I could have done, what was suggested was I could have built up with levees and things here, or ground or whatever, and then just dragged 10 at a time across to make it easier to count. It was more that I was trying to show how many I was counting them one at a time, to show that I'd messed up. I'd done 41 on one side because I'd miscounted. So, but you can do that. So levees and paths go 25, platforms go 10. They always do a 10 by 10. So yeah. What else? Build the reservoir up, that thing there. Yeah, and instead of doing the plus here, we're going to do a long line. So a ban of the plan of doing the plus here, we'll do a long line, and we'll just have channels come out the end filled with industrial pumps to keep the land green. So we could then designate the map to be like this top quadrant here, where we have the bad water, which is going to run all the way along. We could have that as our like industrial area that does all the bits with the power and stuff, and then we can have farmland down here, farmland over here, lots of farmland, because I want lots of beavers. I'm not sure if I want to go with bots this playthrough. I'm not sure if I want to. I might not go with bots at all. They're not needed anymore. You don't need bots for terraforming anymore. They're not required. They're not a bot only thing now. So you don't need bots. So I'm kind of thinking, how about we play without them? How about we play through this entire hard mode game and we just try and get our population stupid high, so that I can build everything I want to build, have enough pumps to keep our population alive during the longest drought, which will be 30 days, so we can figure out how much water we need to do all through 30 days, and have no beaver homeless, no beaver unemployed. We might have a few beavers unemployed because of how stuff. So basically, the only places, the only building that maybe won't have a full cap is going to be our hauling posts. So we'll figure out the whole system so that maybe we'll have a hauling post that doesn't have quite as many beavers into it. So when some die, they go along. When some born, they come back into it. So the only building that won't have population in it will be a hauling post, which means we need to figure out how many farms we need and how many pumps we're going to need to keep things going. Pumps going to be the big thing. We're going to have pumps all the way along the entire map, with storage all the way along, which is going to work for us because we can also then dot houses around all over the place as well. So unfortunately, beavers aren't smart enough to live close to their workplace, which is kind of a shame, but there's mods for that if you want to do that. And hey, update 5 was announced to be coming out the beginning of next year, so we're only a couple of weeks away from the actual launch of update 5, and I'm not opposed to adding a few mods to the game. No mods that add buildings or anything to the game, but I'm not opposed to add things like the housing mod that makes beavers move into a house closer to their workplace. That just makes sense. That's a quality of life update. And maybe things like triggers and stuff so that we can turn on and off buildings as and when things happen. So then we could turn off our pumps during, I don't know. Maybe I'm not opposed to that. I just don't want to add any building style mods to the game that adds extra buildings to the game. Not halfway through. We'll do that on a new playthrough, but not halfway through. So anyway, I have waffled enough. Let's figure out where we want this to go. It's too far away from. Okay. No space available for metal blocks. Oh dear. That's fine. We want to get rid of these all anyway. Well, probably. Let's figure out where we want to go with this. So, let's turn off the water. Boom. So there's a bad source here, and there's a bad source here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apart. I'm not sure how wide I want the channels. I mean, we know this works. 3, 4, 5. So we know it works with 5 wide. So we could go with 5 wide and have it split 5 wide both directions. That might work for us. We could make it 3 wide and have it there. I'd want it to be. Let's have a quick look, see at what sort of size. So if we were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, if we go 5 wide, we can then platform across the whole thing. No, we need to go 6 wide, wouldn't we? If we want to put pumps in. If we want to put our pumps in, we'd have to go 6 wide minimum. The problem with that is that then we're already wider than the channels were before. Naturally, it has a 5 wide path. It's got 2 on one side and 3 on the other. Just double check that. Hold on. So, yeah, it's got a 3 wide exit here. And then it's got a... Well, it had a 4 wide exit this side. Well, we know when both these are open and it doesn't flood over. So we know it's 5. It's 5 wide is what it can deal with. And what I want to do is I want to make sure water goes both directions evenly. I suppose the wider we have it, though, the more pumps we can get into it to pump the water out of it. It doesn't matter. We just want to make sure water reaches the end and doesn't get completely dried out before it reaches the end. So, so what if we went... Oh, that's only 4 wide. Ooh, derp, derp, derp. 5 wide, boom. Which is the size of a digger. We did that, and then we'd obviously get rid of those in the centre. We could have pumps absolutely lining the side of it, which would be fine. The pumps can be sat in there like that. That's fine with paths going there. I may raise the pumps up by 1. design of it, because we're going to have every now and then an industrial pump, which I don't have, and I don't know. 5,000. We're gonna have. I'm not gonna unlock it yet. We don't need it yet. But yeah, we're gonna have an industrial pump set like that every now and then, which is going to pump water out into a 3-wide channel either side. So we're just gonna have like 1 pump per channel, and to run power to it, I'd have to run power into the sides of it. So if we raised all these up by 1, we'll do away with those. We will put in double platforms. There could be triple platforms as well. That wouldn't hurt either. Put in double platforms like that, and then have remove that. Remove that one. We don't need that there. Then we have platforms on the end here like this. Put on. And the pumps would go on top there with the channel in the centre, which we know. Yeah, that's fine. And then the power line could happily sit underneath there, like this, and then into the industrial pumps. That way. Mechanical pumps. That way. And we're transferring power across, and that's fine. That'll work. The pumps are 6 deep, so the pumps can happily reach down to 6, and the mechanical pumps can reach 6 down. So we do that. But I don't want to raise the mechanical pumps up, because they fill up to the level they're at. So I only want them to fill up to this level, to this height. We don't want them filling up. We don't want them one higher, so they fill up higher and overflow the edges. So I think that's going to probably be the best way of doing it. We did it that way. They can get access to this here, and then every now and then we'd have a path going across. Maybe every time I put an industrial pump in, we'd have a path going across, which would be every 32 tiles. Which is a lot. Maybe we'll do less than 32 tiles. I kind of think I want more crossings than that. But crossings are easy. It's only a single tile there. We just have to figure out how often. But spacing is easy. Spacing's easy. We can always change things. We can always do stuff there. And then on the outside, we can have our storages for stuff and things like that. So we have like a tank over here. Yes, it will be on Greenland. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not important. We're going to make the whole world green. So that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We're going to make the whole world flat and the whole world green. Yeah. Okay. So if we do that, so we do want to go 5 wide, which is how wide a excavator is anyway. So that's fine. That's fine. And then we just blow out. We use dynamite to blow out too deep either side, and do that. I might just leave it all the way, the reservoir, like all the way down to the ground, and have the pump come out. The only problem with that is that it's going to have obviously lots of bad water in it. We'll figure that one out. I don't know. So let me see. Where's the edge going to be? That's a water source there. So these are 7 wide. We want to have this area slightly wider anyway, because it's gonna. I'm going to pause the game for a moment here because I don't want them to build this. So let's get rid of that path for a minute. If we go for that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 7 wide in the center. Okay. And then we did something like that and had just that would encase 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to have it 7. I want to have a 7 by 7. I want to make it a nice square number, but the water sources aren't exactly in the correct orientation for that. So, but that's fine. So we did that, and then so that would be our encasing wall for our sources. It'd be a 7 by 7, and then it'd be 5 wide. That's not 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide this way and that way. Yeah. So I think if we did that, that would be the best way to do this. I feel like that. I don't want to build them yet, obviously, because we don't want any beavers going in there when the bad tide's happening. could do that, do a 7 by 7. It's leaving a gap either side. A 7 wide gap in there, and then it's 5 by 5 exits either side, and that should be fine. That should be fine. That should work. I think that would work. Okay. So if we did that, oh, I've just deleted it, haven't I? So we're gonna go here in by 1. So this is the edge of our water source, our channel, and the channel's going to be 5 wide that way. Here, all the way down there, land up with the edge of this here. That's very nice. Path here, along here, so there, here, there, along there, all along here, all along there. Oh, it's 1 out from where we were already. Okay, 1 from where we were already, and I don't know what height we're going to go at, so I'm just going to kind of dig it down wherever it is, and then we can fill it in later and sort it out as we need to. So here. Yeah, that's that, and then we dig 5 out there, so that's where the actual building wants to be sat on top of. So let me remove all of this here. Oh, I didn't want to remove that just yet. Oh well, done now. We'll deal with it later. We'll rebuild that in a moment. Get rid of all these. Get rid of you as well. Get rid of the road. Get rid of you. Okay, so we want to put it back in our dams over here. That. Okay. And then you actually want to come out this way. Then put it in there. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. And then we put it in there like that. We can't go in there because it's got loads of stuff. Floor. Right. Can't go there. What's wrong with that? It can go there. Is there something on the floor that it can't pick up? Is there something I missed? Oh, can it not? I don't know. Well, we'll pick up somewhere. That's where it's going to go. Okay. Okay, so when you do that, I also want you to build those. That's important. Can you pick up all this stuff here, please? You can't reach most of it, but can you try and pick up as much as you possibly can? And we'll figure out, there's a path there. That's why I won't go there. There's a path. Remove the path. Yes. Okay. Okay. Nope, still won't go there. Weird. That is weird. It will go on flat land. It doesn't have to be. I'll let them pick it all up. I'll let them pick up all that stuff there, and we will see what's happening here. We need to get over here, which means I need to put in a put it over there. Okay, okay. And then let me do that, and then let me do that to push all that to the edge. That's the edge. And then they should be able to pick them all up. There we go. Okay, cool. Right. So let them build this, then we'll try and figure out what's going on here, because something's amiss. I'm not quite sure why. Not quite sure what. But yeah. You're almost full. You're still going here. Everything's so we get enough industrial. Treated planks, so that's fine. I've stopped the plank running just for the moment so that we could build up on trees. We have built up on trees. That is fine. This here, I've discovered I made a slight mistake with. I can't put in. I have to put the next industrial storage can't go there next to it because the stairs are in the way. It's got to go here. which means we need to move our breeding pods, which we're going to have to move anyway because they're right in the way. I don't know where I'm going to move them to. I haven't figured that one out yet. I don't know where I'm going to move most stuff to right now. I think I'm just going to start digging the reservoir out along here. Get a deep hole all the way up to like here somewhere. Put the pumps in and get some pumps running. So that, yeah, I think that'd work. And then we'll figure out stuff beyond that when we get to it, because we need to move some things. But hopefully we can use the land to fill out or blow up some of this here. I don't really know how high or how low I want to go with this. This is one higher than that land over there, but it's not, you know, it's not going to cause any major problems if we choose to go at this height. Because this height is one above what the water's going to be normally. Height does not really matter at all. We can figure it all out. We can figure that out later. Get in the holes dug. That's the important part. That's the important part. So, yeah. Come and build this, please. This is terribly important before the next drought comes along. But we need this here for at least a little bit. It doesn't do a great deal, but at least a little bit. So, okay. Okay, so yeah, but I need to move these over into, but that again, that's kind of in the way now, because this is the edge of our land. So we're going to dig a hole here, which means I can't put any more storage this side. But we can, because it's going to be moved by the time we get there, so I could build more storage there. But I might as well just build storage up further here, going up higher for this. So yeah, these towers, I like the towers. I think they're fantastic. However, they're a really dumb idea because they don't really help. Beavers take forever to get to the top. This is 111 away, and the town district only there. It's the same distance as if we were going to. But that tank is closer to the district centre than the top of this tower is. So, yeah, that's 91 away. That's 105. That deep water is closer than the top of the tower. So, yeah. Yeah, that's not a great idea of doing this here. Going up maybe halfway, 10 levels, isn't a terrible idea, but I kind of more built it because I wanted to build it. That's why. So, yeah. It's done. It's built. It's fantastic. Everything is wonderful. We are really low on cassavas. That's really bad. We're also out of kohlrabi. Like, they're eating all the kohlrabi the moment it's being grown. So, yeah, and I think the problem is that because we're getting quite long droughts and bad tides and stuff, it's actually draining out and actually killing all of our kohlrabi in one go. So corn is keeping us going because corn is fantastic and wonderful. And I'm very happy we have the corn. So we're keeping going on corn. So food isn't a terrible concern. And we get the odd mangrove and the odd kohlrabi to tie us over. And mushrooms doing really well as well. So corn and mushrooms, fantastic. Everything else, yeah. So maybe one of the first crops we put in. And I'm now looking at putting crops over here first before we go down here, because this needs blowing out and living down and doing bits and pieces. Maybe filling up to this height here was what we said we were going to do. Kind of might do that. So we just need to fill out a few things here. Cap this off and just seal it away and pretend it doesn't exist. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave this here. I need to figure out why. No storage space for logs. Why can we not put in our excavator here? What's so special about this? What's wrong with this? Is it because of this stuff here? I wouldn't think so. Metal blocks full? I think metal blocks might be full as well. I don't know why it wouldn't let us do that. That just seems a very odd thing to me. So let's destroy that. We no longer need access over here. This is built. This is done. Let's put in a second one. It goes here. It won't go. It just turns red. Is there a path underneath here that I'm missing? There is. There is a path. Right there. Right there. Boff. There we go. Then you need to come up by one, which is going to be very awkward with power, but that's okay because we can actually we just blow this down. We just should really use the 3 deep ones because they're the most efficient. They use the same amount of dynamite and a little bit of extract. We've got plenty of extract, and just give you more bang for your buck. So let's use the three dynamite down ones. So boom. There we go. We'll do that, and then we need to remove this tree here, and we also need to build up to that there. Oh, we need to remove that tree as well. Would you please remove these trees? Thank you. We can plug power in directly there. That works beautifully. Awesome. Okay. So next episode, we will actually have we will actually have our extractors going. What am I doing? Don't need to do that. Get myself all confuzzled. There we go. Just do that. Okay. Cool. Right. Yeah, we will have our dirt extractors actually running. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go through the next dry season and we'll figure out from there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.